Yorkshire Vikings sit on top of Group A in the Royal London One Day Cup after they won for the third time from four by thrashing Worcestershire Rapids by 6 wickets with nearly 20 overs to spare at Headingley. Daryl Mitchell won the toss, but his decision to bat first backfired. Jack Brooks trapped Richard Oliver in front for 5 in the 4th over. Mitchell and Tom Fell then batted solidly through the power play, from which 42 runs were scored before the visitors collapsed. Tim Bresnan started it by taking 2 wickets in 2 balls. On 10, Fell was bowled on the drive. And then Alexei Kavesi was out for a golden duck as he edged his first ball to Alex Lees in the slips. Bresnan then struck again in his next over before he'd conceded another run, Tom Kohler-Cadmore giving Adam Lyth the catch after trying to remove his bat too late. 16-year-old Matthew Fisher then struck at the start of his second over, winning an LBW decision to get shot of Mitchell for 33. 54 for 5 became 67 for 6 in the 21st over as Ben Cox was bowled around his legs by Adil Rashid, who had a wicket with his 5th delivery. Worcestershire were in a real mess on 78 for 7 when Ross Whiteley was LBW to Rashid. And it was 85 for 8 as Shaikh Chowdhury was caught behind off Brooks for a duck. The Rapids did at least get to 100, only to lose their 9th wicket. Jack Chantry stumped by a distance off Rashid, whose 10 overs brought him the fantastic figures of 3 for 21. Apart from Mitchell, the only visiting batsman to make any real contribution was Joe Leach. He showed those above him in the batting order how it should be done, although he was able to make the most of the conditions which had eased for the batsman. Number 11 Mitchell McClenaghan proved that by making 16 in a last wicket stand of 39, the best of the innings. He tried to ruin Bresnan's figures, although the England man did end with 4 for 28 as he finished off the innings in the 44th over by bowling McClenaghan off the edge, leaving Leach unbeaten on 43. Worcestershire were all out for just 141, but McClenaghan responded by having Lees caught off a top-edge shot by Fell with the Kiwis' 5th delivery. That was not the start that Yorkshire wanted, but they soon put that loss behind them, with Kane Williamson dominating a 2nd wicket stand of 50. He won the battle of the New Zealanders by taking on McClenaghan. His partner Lyth was next out on 14, which had taken an hour to compile, the left-hander nicking off to Leach. McClenaghan switched ends to then trap his fellow countryman Williamson in front for 43, but Andrew Gale was in a real hurry to get the job done. This one of his 7 fours in his 21 ball 29. He was out with 42 needed in 28 overs, McClenaghan, although very expensive, striking for a 3rd time as the Vikings skipper played on. Rashid and Jack Leaning had all the time in the world to take their side home for a win which will give the Vikings a great chance of making it into the quarter-finals and keep them firmly on the road to Lords. They used up 8 overs in knocking off the necessary runs. So there were 118 balls of the match remaining when Rashid completed a fine game for himself by slashing this ball from Whiteley to the boundary to end on a speedy 27, Leaning making a more patient 20. Yorkshire had romped home by 6 wickets for a 3rd win from 4, which sees them move to the top of Group A ahead of their next match at Grace Road on Friday. Worcestershire need some wins to keep their competition alive. A victory over Lancashire at New Road on Saturday is a must for them now.